watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today we're going to take a look at an older Rough Rider, and it came in this long rifle series. Now this is from back in 2008. Original cost of this particular one was $16. This is model number RR733. It was the long rifle Gunstock. So it came in a tin originally with the sleeve over the top of it. The sleeve had the barcode on it. I don't have the sleeve. Apparently the seller didn't have it. Got this off eBay, and then he just had the tin with the knife inside, but got this nice little blurb on the back, which I'll read to you. It says, Long Rifle Series. In the dawning years of our nation, a group of men called the Long Hunters were the essence of self-sufficiency. Armed with their wilderness skills, long rifle and knives, they tamed the eastern wilderness from 1750 to 1800. Like the knives in this series, their legacy lives in the stories of the era and remains in the knives we carry today. So you can see we've got the older Rough Rider logo there with the I spelling, and the tin is, got this flintstock on the front graphic there with the powder horn and the other equipment required for firing the rifle. And then inside we just have felt line cutout where the knife goes. But pretty nice packaging. But now let's take a look at the knife. Alright, so we've got the Gunstock pattern from Rough Rider. This measures 3.5 inches closed. You can see we have some really wonderful brown smooth bone handles on here. Just really well done. And then you've got that really cool nickel silver shield of the flintstock rifle. And then we've got nickel silver bolsters on either end with a single thread. Really smooth transitions here, just filling the little ridge in the thread there. Pin is very, very smooth, all those brass pins, and then smooth on this side as well. And just look at the back of the coloring. The coloring on the front is fantastic, but then if you look at the back, just like this beautiful transition in color here, did a wonderful job on the pile side as well. Now, a lot of times in knives you'll get like the better side on the front, but I'd say these are equally good, if not better, on the back side. Just has some really cool transitions in color here, and they've just done a really fantastic job of dyeing this bone, and it feels just great. Very, very smooth, and the pins are just disappear. You just don't even feel them. And beautiful beautiful handles on this guy. Let's look at the back. So we've got some brass liners. Now we do have some gapping here. Pretty lengthy gap along the bottom half there. Looks like we got a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a little bit of glue there on the bottom. Could be polished up a little bit probably, to take a little time to do that. But otherwise looks pretty decent. No gap on the top, just kind of on the bottom there. But yeah, could use a little polishing, I think. Probably been sitting in the box a while. But overall, springs looks good, and got the brass liners there. Attractive design. Top down view there, you see the spacer, the middle liner there acting as a spacer, and you've got two blades on the Gunstock. The main blade is in the back and the secondary blade in the front, with the two nail nicks arranged as you see here. So let's take a look at the main blade first. And the first thing you'll notice is they'll have this long rifle etch on the blade. And we got a spear point blade. Mirror finish on that. And you've got pretty decent blade edge there. Maybe not the most even in the world, but it's pretty good. Again, this is a $16 knife, guys, so let's keep that in mind. But I'd still say it looks pretty good. Pretty even, maybe just a touch heavy towards the tip, but that's pretty typical. It looks pretty good. So we've got the old horseshoe tang stamp on this one, and again these are in 440A stainless steel. That's what they were using back at that time, and they put the etch on here that says 440A, or it's just 440 razor sharp steel, but it is 440A, and then you've got the country of origin on the tang there, China. So overall, really cool looking spear point blade. Has a bit of a fingerprint magnet. See if we can eliminate some of that. So we got a measure on the blade of about 2, let's call it 2 7/8, and then a cutting edge right at 2.5. So definitely UK legal. The slip joint. Got the match strike style pull on this. So even back in 2008, they had already introduced that. No swedging though. Look at the profile of the blade. Nice taper there at the end. Pretty consistent the entire length of the knife up till the last about ½ inch. The blade stock. So it really looks like if it's a hollow grind, it's pretty shallow. Yeah, just a very light hollow grind on it. Pretty good blade edge, and I'd see that feels pretty sharp to me. But half stops on this one, and the pull on it's really good. Right at about, I don't know, maybe 7.5. Feels really good to the 90-degree point, and then all the way open. Got a really good lockup. That's not going anywhere. A lot of comfort in the handle and confidence in the use. See, that's a full 4-finger grip. And yeah, that's a work knife there. You can definitely use that sucker. Very versatile blade in the spear point, and definitely one of my favorite type blades with the clip point. So fantastic blade selection on this Gunstock. And then of course, for a secondary blade, I always do like a pin blade, much like a Barlow, and you get a really nice one here. So you get the horseshoe tank stamp again on this blade. So stamps on both blades. Let's look at that blade edge. Pretty even. Pretty solid all of the length. Again, match strike pull, mirror finish. Now these aren't quite as bright on the finish as some of the other mirror finish knives I've seen, but they're pretty close. And you can see this side has just the blank tang. And again, really good blade edge. Feels very good. Maybe just a touch sharper on the pin blade for piercing. Would have liked that necessarily, but otherwise pretty good. Let's take a measure of that one. All the way up to tang, we've got, let's call it 2 1/8, just a touch over 2 inches. And then a cutting edge, we have about 1 3/4 inches. Again, the half stops. Very good snap on the close. Very authoritative into the 90 degrees and then beyond. And again, a lot of confidence with the smaller blade too. It still feels really good with in that position, even with that blade exposed. Don't really feel that too much until I really start locking down. And yeah, I'd say that would be a great little smaller use knife for lighter tasks. And just really like the combination of these two blades. It's much like the blade configuration I like in a Barlow, but this is a little longer design to give you a little longer blade length, a little slender, more slender handle. But the tapering on the handle is just attractive, I think. You've got, you know, just that mild curve in it to give that gunstock shape. An overall fantastic knife. I don't see just a ton of these in the gunstock pattern. You do find the long rifle series on eBay, you know, quite a bit. I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard to find, but generally they're in patterns that are maybe a little less desirable, I suppose. But I think this Gunstock is probably one of the better ones that they had in that series. Now I've got the sow belly in this as well, and maybe even a couple of others. Can't remember right off the top of my head, but I get these a little bit confused with the Gunstock because they have the same shield, but Gunstock obviously the checking, and this is just the smooth variety of that. Actually, the shield on those knives is a little bit different. It's a rifle, but it's a different style of rifle, more like a Winchester. So yeah, this got the unique flintstock rifle on it. But funny enough, Rough Rider's going to be releasing another series of long rifle knives with red smooth bone here coming up. They've got some coming soon placeholders on the website at SMKW right now. So if you want to go check that out, maybe just do a search on red smooth long rifle, and you'll see what patterns they're going to be releasing in that series. So be looking forward to that. But this, just a really fantastic one. Again, you get the tin, and it was with the sleeve as well, which is missing. But again, model number RR733, the long rifle Gunstock. That's going to do it for my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. That way you're subscribed and you get all the notifications you need. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.